So COTA Tasmania were successful in receiving state government funding together with the Good Things Foundation to develop an intergenerational digital inclusion program. So I go out into schools to train up young people as young digital mentors, and then we go into aged care homes and do one-on-one tech support.
I think elderly people tend to feel left behind. And as a younger person, I feel like too many older people think badly of us because there's such a bad picture painted of us. Like, oh, they commit crimes, they're rude. We're two different generations, and I think we can learn from each other.
Well, I'm 84 years old now, so there's not much more room to learn anything. Like I used to, up to 4 years ago, I was still driving trucks.
I've learnt that Wayne has lived a pretty good life and he's really happy and doesn't live with any regrets. And I think that there's a lot of life lessons you can learn from older people.
I think the real value is the human connection. So the young people getting to hear about the people's experience. I mean, this generation's the first generation that has grown up with technology. So for them, it's a real stretch to realise that some people, it's completely new and completely foreign, that they grew up and they didn't have phones. You know, if they did have a phone, it was attached to the wall.
When I try to find the solution, I can't even understand the instructions because it's just like a foreign language. So if this helps to bridge that gap, well, you know, that's the reason I'm doing it.
Well, I'm paired with Sister Frances and my brother, and we're working on teaching her mainly how to delete contacts on her phone because she's got a lot of unwanted contacts / scam and spam contacts, which she doesn't need. Her vision isn't that good, she struggles to see, so we need to help make the fonts bigger so she can actually read what's on her computer and on her phone.
They talk a lot about the generation gap. Well, the generation gap can be bridged, but I think one has to have the right mindset, and I look upon the younger generation as being much more talented in their field and perhaps much closer to the education scene because they're in the learning environment every day, and I regard that they've got a lot to contribute to me.
When you're young, it's impossible to imagine yourself at 85.
I guess, you know, obviously the main hope was for the older person to learn new digital skills. And I guess what I didn't think would happen so quickly was the beautiful friendships that have formed basically instantly. They just can't wait to see each other every week, which is so beautiful. And the smile on each other's face when they're in the room is lovely to see.
They were raving about how interesting the people were. Someone called out and said, "Did anyone have someone from overseas?" I'm like, "Yes, I had one from Germany." "Oh, I'd like to talk to them." They were arguing about whose person was the coolest and the best once we got back. But all of the students spoke really positively.
A window on the world. It's so different. I was just speaking to my partner about shorthand and typing because she went to Ogilvy and nobody does it now. She didn't know what shorthand was.
Besides relatives, people coming in, they don't get many teenagers coming in to actually chat with them. And this way they can actually chat about the computers but also about their lives as well and tell them a few stories which they're really enjoying as well.
I've actually done a thing on this in my Intro to Sociology and Psychology class. So with old people, with having younger kids come in, it like prevents depression and all. So them being here by themselves, most of them don't have family or anything. It's nice to have that company that they have, especially from younger people as well. Like, I don't know, it just lights up the room for them, it does.
What I've liked so far is the interaction, the way we've responded and the way we've worked together. on the project that we had before us.
I've never really done this sort of thing before, so it's great to explore new areas and see what their lives have been like.
In a home, there's not a real lot to do. So, it breaks up the day, and gives you something to think about. Yeah, no, I reckon it's really good.
I just like the experience, because, I've done a lot of different things. I've done childcare, I've worked in a primary school, I've go to high school, but you don't really communicate with people that are older. So I think it's nice to just have a variety of people that you can talk to.
I think it'll enrich their lives. These students are already drawn to helping people, and they have empathy for others. So I think that will just deepen, and I think that we could probably expect these people to become advocates for our ageing population.
I think it's great. They're really lovely and it's been really enjoyable so far.
I feel like talking to older generations, I feel like you learn so much more from them and you can teach them so much as well. It's very fascinating, it is. I do like it.
I feel like there's a lot of stigma online that elderly people can have old-fashioned ways of thinking, but it's not true at all.
So it's been amazing 10 weeks. We've had a lot of fun activities that have improved cognitive and health and wellbeing, as well as obviously learning new digital skills, which has been amazing. The students have helped people take selfies and send to family members, which has really been beautiful. Learn how to send text messages and that sort of thing. So it's basic digital skills, but really vital for everyday living.
I'm certainly the better for the experience, there's no doubt about that. Well, I'm just generally speaking more familiar with the icons and how the icons work. I mean, I'm confined myself to making a call, sending a call, which is vital, making a text, sending a text, which is also vital, with emails, but within the parameters of those 5 things is basically where I work. Anything beyond that, that's where I begin to struggle.
I knew that technology wasn't very intuitive, but looking at elderly people use it sort of made me realise, oh, it's actually really poorly designed. It should be a lot easier than this.
When I Google things, she explained to me that you could speak into it, ask the question you wanted to write, and it comes up just the same.
It's interesting because it's been set up for the students to assist the residents with their technology. The digital tech's still there. If they've got a problem, they ask. But I think the highlight for both the residents and the students is just getting together and talking.
I have been offered a traineeship at One Care in Glenorchy, which is an aged care home. Well, all I wanted to do coming here was to talk to old people, get to know them, learn a few things and get to teach them a few things as well, but I've been offered the job to take care of them as well, and it's very exciting. It's opened a bigger chapter for me really in my life, which I did not expect to be given.
So the program concludes in 1 week, but I think all bar 1 or 2 students have elected to continue visiting with the residents, so we'll be continuing to come.
I guess the hopes for COTA Tasmania is to see generations connect, tech together, expand statewide, because we know the benefits that this program has offered both younger and older Tasmanians, and we would love to see it operating in every aged care home across Tasmania. So we're on the lookout for further funding to make that dream become a reality.
This is on a micro thing we're doing here, but it should be done in a wider way in society, because I think both sides can contribute to each other.
One of the residents and their student, I was so disappointed I put my camera away. As I was saying goodbye, there's a spontaneous hug. So there's genuine affection there between the residents and the young people.
This program is important because it improves digital literacy in older residents. It improves social isolation and health and wellbeing, and it's important because it builds beautiful relationships and ongoing friendships between the younger and older people.
What was your favourite moment from having me and Maisie visit?
Meeting you.
What do you think you taught the teenagers?
Do you think you taught the older adults?
Well, I've made a very good friend in Jazz, and I hope to keep in contact with her.
I just really enjoyed having conversations with Audrey. I came here to teach her digital tech, but we stopped doing that in the first couple of weeks and ended up just having conversations each week.
I think they're so young and fresh, and they didn't try to make me feel as though I was old.
And she's taught us all sorts of things. She's taught us about her generation and how it's different from ours, but how it's the same as well. Taught us about the plants growing around Rosemary Garden. So yeah, it was really enjoyable.
Oh yes, I have made more friends.
It's been really cool hearing about her life. I've heard many stories, and I think it's really inspiring and really, really interesting, and I've loved it.
This whole sort of experience taught me that every single person on the planet has their own story and their own life, and being able to hear an elderly person's whole life is really interesting. And learning so much about Wayne's experiences and his stories has been incredible.
I've learnt more about each other than we probably thought we did.
Yeah.
But it's been very enriching.
It's been amazing, really, to just converse and not only teach, but also learn from the older people. It's a bit difficult to put into words just how marvellous this has really been for me.
Bye-bye.